Our next speaker really does not need an introduction, but I'm going to give a little bit of one. Councilmember George Leventhal has spent countless hours, and I should probably say years, devoting himself to understanding the causes and solutions to homelessness. He has been a true leader of the Montgomery County 100,000 Homes campaign, galvanizing involvement from all sectors from around the county, and he has spent many hours himself on the streets and in the woods, connecting with our homeless neighbors. Let me introduce Councilmember George Leventhal.
I'd like for Council President Rice and Councilmember Berliner to stand with me if they would. The County Council is not going to drop this issue. We are going to monitor the numbers. We are going to measure outcomes, and we are going to achieve a real reduction in the prevalence of homelessness in Montgomery County. When I got to the County Council in 2002, the county had just adopted what was then considered the best practice for addressing homelessness. The Montgomery County Coalition for the Homeless, working with the county, put together a plan that was called Homelessness Beginning to End. And it was what was then being recommended by the federal government, a 10-year plan. Well, now it's 2014. We're 12 years later. We haven't ended homelessness, but we've continued to stay in touch with communities outside Montgomery County. We do government very well here, but we can't just assume that we know the best methodologies. We have to always be apprised and aware of what other communities are doing. And so we learned about the Housing First approach, which is being which is the subject of research. Research shows that rather than making clients wait until they've addressed their substance abuse issues or until they've gotten themselves stable and medication compliant from the standpoint of behavioral and mental health challenges, put the clients in housing first, and being stably housed enables clients to come to grips with whatever are the challenges, the life challenges that made them homeless in the first place. And so we've had several years of experience with Housing First, but what we learn is that even there we were not getting the measurable reduction in the prevalence of homelessness that we seek, because it takes a community-wide effort. It takes the kind of volunteer mobilization involving hundreds of community leaders that we've seen in the last few months. But we are not going to rest. We're not going to stop. Once you learn, as my friend and colleague, the council president, who will speak in a moment, of the circumstances that these clients suffer, what it's like to live in a tent in the woods in the middle of winter, you can't forget it. You can't unsee what you've seen. And so we're going to keep working, and we're going to keep engaging with the community. We're going to engage with the public. We're going to take pride in our accomplishments, in those people who were able to house, but we're not going to let ourselves off the hook. We're not going to forget that there's so many more who still need to be housed. That's my commitment. As long as I'm in public office, I will use the power of government to help those who most need it. And these folks who have nowhere to live, these folks who are the poorest of our residents, are the ones who most need our help. And I've been so extraordinarily gratified to have the participation and involvement of the council president. He's doing a great job. Council President Craig Rice.
Thank you, sir.